Tonight, two men, two connected political careers, two bold moves, a few small steps from where they were, but leaps and bounds through the political divide.
I choose to formally disassociate myself from the PLP.
As I exercise my conscience by joining the ranks of the members of the Free National Movement.
Tonight, the two side switchers.
Relocate this position to show your public allegiance.
The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Charisma Robinson.
And I'm Chris Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us. Both former PLP MPs, Dr. Andre Rawlings and Renwood Wells, have had their share of controversy in the governing PLP. Rawlings, on a number of occasions, spoke out against the leadership of the party, and Wells was caught up in an alleged unauthorized letter of intent signing. But it seems it reached its boiling point today and both MPs switched sides. Team coverage tonight starts with Janae and Noel Ferguson.
Two side switchers stunned the House of Assembly, but it was a seat shift Prime Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie said he had anticipated.
Brighter, booming Bahamas. Oh boy. I therefore wish to advise that I am joining forces with the members of the Free National Movement.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
And request to be reseated in this honorable house. Thank you.
As I exercise my conscience by joining the ranks of the members of the Free National Movement here in this honorable House of Assembly. May this honorable House be so advised.
Now, there was laughter from the floor of the House following their announcement. MP for Bamboo Town, Renwood Wells, and MP for Fort Charlotte, Andre Rawlings, took up new seats in the House of Assembly, this time as members of the official opposition. Rawlings indicated that he felt stifled, as Wells addressed the controversial LOI issue.
My strong convictions and passion to see positive changes in the governance and development of this nation were not appreciated. I ran into a wall of resistance built on a foundation of intolerance to internal dissent.
I have taken responsibility for the LOI matter because I proceeded without written approval. As some would say, that was a teachable moment.
Rawlings, who came in under the wings of the Prime Minister, made this proverbial suggestion, to which the Prime Minister fired back.
The offense for which I was tried and convicted was that I dared to tell the Emperor that he had no clothes.
The Emperor in the Progressive Liberal Party has clothes on. Yes, sir. And he doesn't need the proverbial little boy to say, oh, the Emperor naked. Because that's the true interpretation of that particular statement. It was a little boy who said, the Emperor is without clothes.
Now, the Prime Minister reminded them that their political fate lies in the hands of the thousands of voters who voted them in based on their political affiliation. He added that the party will not be moved by their actions.
Mr. Speaker, I want to be able to congratulate them for their decision as young behaviors. The Progressive Liberal Party is a big tent that has a revolving door. The door swings in and the door swings out. It is anticipated, therefore, that these events will take place as they took place in our prior term.
Wednesday's move by Rollins and Wells gives the opposition 9 seats in the House, but the PLP remains with the majority of seats. The Prime Minister says this move could mean that Rollins and Wells will receive the nomination by the FNM in their respective constituencies. Janae Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.
The move by Wells and Rollins today in the House of Assembly could force new legislation with regards to the time in which MPs can switch sides. And while Prime Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie spoke to the issue, Clint Watson tells us that the opposition is not at all fazed.
The move by Member of Parliament for Bamboo Town, Renwood Wells, and Member of Parliament for Fort Charlotte, Dr. Andre Rollins, to leave the government and join the opposition Free National Movement has pushed Progressive Liberal Party leader, Prime Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie, to consider introducing legislation to Parliament that would address this type of action.
I have contemplated legislation to constitutionally not allow it to happen again without there being resignations. And there's always a challenge in our democracy of whether you say that people who are elected for one party and who decides to join another party must resign and let the people decide.
And while Mr. Christie is looking at the road ahead, the opposition is describing the move as an historical moment in Bahamian politics. According to opposition leader Dr. Hubert Minnis, it's the first time in recorded history that 2 members of any party have crossed the floor at the same time.
This is their best way to demonstrate that they no longer have confidence or faith in the leadership of Prime Minister Perry Christie.
Dr. Minnis says in his view, the public is disenchanted with what he called the poor performance of the Progressive Liberal Party on key issues and failure to deliver on promises. And speaking of promises, Dr. Minnis says there was none made to secure Wells and Rollins' support. Dr. Minnis confirmed this in a meeting with the men. He also claims that in extending an invitation to join the FNM, he never promised the young politicians a cabinet post or nomination for the upcoming general elections.
I promised nothing. I am not like Christie. We have an organization and we have policies and procedures. And just like everyone else, we go through our policies and procedures. These young men has a great career moving forward, and I invite more on the PLP side to join us.
Both Dr. Rollins and Wells have become known for the outspoken criticism of their leaders, but Dr. Minnis is not at all concerned about this sometimes hot-tempered style.
The beauty about the FNM, if the leader is doing wrong, then the members have a right to speak out. We allow them to speak out. That is the only way a country stays on course and the leader stays on course. So I would welcome, in fact, that's what makes me stronger. That's what will cause me to grow. I would welcome comments on opposition by Rollins, by Wells, by my deputy, by Theo, and of course my chairman.
Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.
Our coverage tonight continues with Jared Higgs, who took to the streets today to get feedback from residents of Bamboo Town and Fort Charlotte.
Residents of the Bamboo Town constituency are giving mixed reactions to the decision by their Member of Parliament, Renwood Wells, to switch sides and join the Free National Movement. Otto Moss says he campaigned with Wells during the last election. When we approached him, he didn't know that Wells had gone to the FNM.
That's a shock to me, because and the gentleman here by the car wash radio just was talking about him yesterday, saying I was helping him moving around the people for the PLP. You can't switch just like that. No, I ain't leaving my party just like that. Not because no one just jumped ship, but these people to put us on guard and say something.
Clifford Williams is a fruit vendor in the area. He also talked about the move.
A lot of people switching from this to the next thing, but you know what I mean? I have to wait to see exactly the last picture and all of this, you see? I can't really speak about what he's dealing with right now.
Residents like sisters Danielle and Christina Gray welcomed the step taken today, while Elton Taylor sang a different tune.
Once he's an FNM, I'm automatically voting for him. So that's my vote. You already get my vote from me on the FNM.
I wasn't going to vote for him in the first place. Because I think when people sign things they don't supposed to sign, that's being dishonest.
We also spoke to residents in the Fort Charlotte constituency whose Member of Parliament, Andre Rollins, resigned from the Progressive Liberal Party a few months ago. Do you think that he's a good representative?
Not for this constituency, yeah, because he didn't do much.
but him going to the F&M, do you think it's a good move for him?
For him, but not for the nation.
It's a political game, and you're looking for chess pieces. Right now, Minnis is trying to fortify that he is, you know, the leader that people are placing confidence in. So if you can get these pawns and move them around, it's a political game.
Rawlins resigned publicly from the Progressive Liberal Party during this year's budget debate. Jared Higgs, ZNS Network News.
Progressive Liberal Party Chairman Bradley Roberts wishing Renwood Wells well in his future political endeavors. Mr. Roberts admitted in a statement issued late this afternoon that in every family there are disagreements from time to time, and the Progressive Liberal Party is no different. He noted that Renwood Wells has publicly indicated his differences with the party's leadership over his signing of a letter of intent without proper authorization, which led to his resignation. However, Mr. Roberts finds it ironic and amusing that Mr. Wells saw it fitting to politically align himself with the same F&M members who publicly ridiculed and crucified him during that ordeal. Mr. Roberts noted there is no ill will against Mr. Wells, and the party thanks him for his years of service and looks forward to meeting him on the political battlefield.